Hey David, how's it going? Good to see you.
Hi, Hi, Nikolai. Likewise. Welcome to New York.
Thank you, thank you. Well, unfortunately, I'm not there, but you are there, and it would be so great if we could talk about New York, because, my friends, друзья, Дэвид из Нью-Йорка. Дэвид из Нью-Йорка, и Дэвид из штата Нью-Йорк, но он живет возле города Нью-Йорк, и он очень хорошо знает Нью-Йорк. So I said that you are from New York. Well, you already know, because David knows some Russian, by the way. And he can understand a lot. I was saying that you are from New York State and you live close
Yeah.
to New York City, and we can talk about New York City and you can show us around. By the way, where were
Sure, let's
you
go.
born? Where were you born?
I was actually born in California, in Los Angeles,
Hmm,
Hollywood, actually.
that's great. That's another big city. We can talk about that
We
sometimes later.
could.
Yeah. What do you like more, to be honest, and why?
Oh,
LA?
well, I left Los Angeles when I was like 5 or 6, so I don't remember much of it, but I have been to Los Angeles many times since then, but I like New York. It's just louder and busier, and there's always something going on.
I feel that New York is more like European cities, right? Rather than Los Angeles is more like it's a very, very, big city with highways and cars and
I think that would be a fair comparison. That would be about right. Yes.
Mhm. Uh, so yeah, let us go to this like New York City map, and can you tell us just a little bit about, again, this is not a geography lesson, so you don't have to know everything. Just, as far as I know, like New York City itself, it actually consists of seven big districts, like Manhattan, which is on the island right here, right?
Well, yeah. Well, New York is divided into boroughs. It's called a borough, and I'm not sure if I'll remember all of them, but there's Manhattan, there's the Bronx, there's Queens, there's Staten Island, and I'm probably forgetting one in there
Brooklyn,
too.
Brooklyn.
I did I not say Brooklyn? So
Sorry.
Brooklyn. So those are the
Queens,
five.
Brooklyn, Queens.
Yes, and
Is
those
Queens a
so
part of
those
the
are called.
city? Is
Yes, it
this
is.
okay?
So those are the five boroughs, and that makes up all of New York City. But when people think of New York City, they really think of the island of Manhattan, and that's
This
the
this one, right?
larger.
This one.
Go up a little bit. That's Manhattan right there. That's it. And if you look, you can see that it's an island. It's got a
Yes.
river going up one side, and the Hudson River, which is a very famous river in on the East Coast, runs up the other side.
This is the island of
So
Manhattan, right?
exactly, that is an island.
And that's where Statue of Liberty stands, like in the southern part of Manhattan Island.
Yes, that's yes. And
On
New
an
York's
island. On an island.
on its own little, it's called, yes, on its own little island. Now, Manhattan is also divided up into various districts. And so you have, for instance, Midtown Manhattan, which is where you there, that's where all the businesses are located. So you'll find lots of businesses, lots of major stores. But Midtown is where most of the major corporations have their headquarters. So then if you go further south, there's Greenwich Village. So you have the West Village and the East Village.
This is
You
like where
have
Empire State Building is, and I guess like square. What do you call this famous square?
Oh, Times Square.
Times Square. Is it somewhere here?
Times Square is a little bit to the north. If you go up to Rockefeller Center,
Okay.
Times Square is a little bit in the more in the middle.
Between them?
So yeah, so you'd have to go up further up a little bit, but Times Square is in that area to the left.
Oh, all right. That's not it.
And Carnegie Hall is a very famous theater
Times
in
Square. Okay, let's start with Times Square, Manhattan. I've been
yeah,
here
let's do
once
Times Square.
in my life. Okay, so this,
That's Times Square.
yeah, that is a nice square. And so this is like basically one of the icons of not only New York, but also the United States, right?
It is one of the busiest. intersections, and it's where Broadway meets Fifth Avenue, and there are just many. It's a very busy place. Very many tourists like to go to Times Square, and on New Year's Eve, being at Times Square is a big thing. And it's one of those places where thousands and thousands, tens of thousands people come to ring in the new year. No
Huh.
big goal.
So that's the place actually, right? The right here.
Yes,
Oh, okay.
Times Square.
Have you been here?
I've been at Times Square many times. I
Man.
walked through it and have bought theater tickets there. There's a place you can buy theater tickets at a discount. So Times Square is a really great place.
Oh wow. There's a new monument here. I didn't see it many years ago when I was here. It's for George M. Cohan.
Well, George Cohan was one of he was a writer. He wrote a lot of music. He wrote a lot of Broadway music, and he actually was a performer himself. So he was very talented. He was a very talented singer and musician. So, and that statue is dedicated to him. And the reason why it's where it is because it's so close to Broadway and where the what we call the in Manhattan, the theater district,
Oh
where all
wow.
the mo many of the Broadway theaters are located.
Wow. I also see there's like there's a stage. Is it like removable or something? Maybe they were
Well,
having
no,
some
it's
kind of.
actually been there for many, many years,
Ah,
and it just
really?
gives people a chance to come up and sit and watch people walking by.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes there are performances where people
Yeah.
will sit and watch a performance, but that yeah is right there, Times
Oh,
Square.
that's so interesting because I didn't see that many years ago. There's a big hot dog on the left side.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think that's not there permanently, but that is a
yeah.
big hot dog.
Yeah, okay, so that's a nice place to start because we're in the heart of Manhattan and there's a lot of skyscrapers. David, would you call these buildings skyscrapers generally, or you just call them towers?
We would call them skyscrapers, yes. I mean, there are tall towers, but usually just in general reference, we would call them skyscrapers, yes.
I see there's H&M sign on one of them. That's the where the headquarters of H&M is, I think.
It is, and it's one of my favorite places to shop for
Oh,
clothes.
me
So,
too. I love
and
H&M. I love.
and also in that area, not too far from Times Square, there is one of the biggest H&M stores. It's like 6 or 7 stories tall, and it had lots and lots of clothes and great stuff. So I'd like to shop at H&M.
I love it too. Yeah. So thanks for showing us this really fantastic place. So tell me about the city streets. So generally in America you have these names of the streets, like Main Road or Rockefeller Street. Here you have like numbers, right? Like
Well, yeah, what's interesting about New York is that the streets run across, and now I have a dog barking behind me. So,
no, I cannot hear it. I cannot hear
you
it.
can't. Okay. So what happens is in New York City, there are streets and avenues. In most of New York City, streets run parallel. So the streets run this way, and avenues run up and down. So if you look at the squares, you can
Streets
see
like
that they're
this and avenues like this.
exactly.
Generally
So
speaking, David, generally speaking, what's the difference between, if we're not talking about New York, what's the difference between a street and avenue? My perception is that street is just something a regular street, and avenue is like a broad road or like a bigger.
that exactly. Avenues are going to be much broader. There's going to be traffic. And one thing in New York City is almost everything is one way. So when you have a street, it's all the traffic is going only one way. It's not two ways. It's the same with
Ah,
avenues. So, but avenues are like the mainstream. So if you're going to get from point A to point B, it's likely you're going to take an avenue for most of that ride.
but avenues in New York, they are both ways, right?
Not often. Actually,
Not.
most of them are one way too.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but they are the main arteries, so a street is probably only enough to get one car through, maybe two. But because there's parking on both sides in Manhattan, a street is kind of like now we're looking down a street and that's an avenue. So now we're
Yeah.
looking down an avenue. You can see that there's three lanes of traffic. But
Yes.
if you look down the street the other way,
This
you'll
thing is
see
called
that
lane, right? One lanes, two lanes, three
one,
lanes.
yes, that each of those is called a lane. So that's three lanes of traffic.
What do you
And on
call,
the other side,
yeah, sorry. What do you call this like lanes for bikes and stuff?
we call them a bike lane.
Bike lanes.
That's we call them a bike lane. So this way, a lot of people in New York City travel. They don't ha many people don't own cars, but a lot of them own bikes. A lot of them go to work on bikes, and a lot of people, tourists, rent bikes. So these bike lanes make it easier and safer for people on bikes to go and ride the bike throughout the city.
That's fantastic. Sorry, I interrupted you where you were saying something.
Oh, I was just saying that the you would turn around the other way and face the other traffic coming the other way, and you could see that the street only has one line of traffic, one lane of
Yes.
traffic.
Yeah, or two lanes maybe.
Sometimes two, but mostly it's one because
Yeah.
people park everywhere.
Hmm.
So
Can you park cars in New York City?
yeah, well, you could park on the street if you're lucky to find a spot. But a lot of time people have there are underground parking lots that people usually will find. They're
But
expensive, so if you can
is it
park on the
always
street,
paid? Is it paid parking?
it's always paid. There is no not pay. Yeah, everything in Manhattan will
How do
be.
you how do you pay? For instance, I decided to park right here. Like I parked right here. So what do I do? How do I pay
Well,
for it?
usually there's a meter that you can pay. Usually using a credit card, and you can leave a ticket in the window. And that is one way to do it. And sometimes there are parking apps that people have on their phones that they can pay that way too.
Like you have to know the parking number or something? The
Yeah, and there's usually a sign that would tell you what number to use.
ah.
Sometimes there's even a QR code.
Oh, that's interesting. So I want to
So
see
yeah.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's awesome. David, why don't we, if you don't mind, we'll see Empire State Building. I think this is one of the um most famous buildings in New York City, I think. And I guess it's this one, right?
That's it. And it was built I believe it was built in the 1920s, the 1920s.
Wow.
And for a while, it was the highest skyscraper on the planet.
Yes.
It's been the focus of many movies. I don't know if you've ever
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
the old
that's
movie
why I said we have to look at it because I think even
King
in like Spider-Man, he's
and
like
King Kong, which is
yeah.
an old movie. But there is an observation deck at the very top with stunning views of Manhattan and out all around. So,
That's
and that's a
that's it.
view from the top of the um,
Wow.
Empire State Building.
Have you been here?
I have, yes. It's really amazing. And the elevator ride, I think, can take 4 to 5 minutes just to take the elevator ride up.
Oh, that's amazing. I haven't been here. I would love to. Um, yeah, I guess it's facing the north, right? Because we don't see this
Well,
Statue of
right now you're facing the south because you can see. Oh, wait, no, actually, you are facing north there.
because
You
there
see
is no
that
Statue of Liberty.
exactly. But if you see that very tall tower,
This one?
yes, that tower is actually a residential tower. It is the tallest residential tower, I think, in America, if not the in in not if not the continent. And it sits right above Central Park, and I'm afraid of heights, so you're never going to catch me living in a place that tall.
But
But it's very tall. It's relatively new.
this Empire State Building is not residential building?
Not that I'm aware of. I think most of it is businesses, and there might
Ah,
be a hotel in it, but there are no, from what I can recall, there is no business, there is no residences in it.
Wow, 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 that's very nice. Okay, next thing I think we should look at in New York, but you again, you can correct me, is Central Park. Um, I think
And
a lot of people are saying this is like the, you know, I would say like,
Central Park, yeah, Central Park is beautiful. Once you get into it, that's what it looks like from the street. But once you start going into it, it's really quite beautiful. There are baseball fields and, as you can see, sports fields. There's lots of roads that traffic will not be allowed to drive on, but people can ride their bikes on. And there's lots of walking paths, and it's big. It's a very big park in the middle
wow,
of
it's huge.
the
It's really huge.
in,
Such big and wide roads.
oh, and that's just a small picture of it. It's really big, and it has lakes. It has much going on. So,
I like the name
people,
of the lake, the lake.
yeah, it is called
Yeah.
the lake, and people can rent rowboats to go route boating on the lake, and um, that's it's just Central Park is beautiful. In fact, sometimes I will buy some food. I remember my daughter and son when just after COVID, we had a lovely dinner outside at a little table right in Central Park.
Hmm. That's amazing. I have you watched the movie Home Alone? They
We know Home Alone, sure.
I think that Home Alone, some of the Home Alone episodes were shot here.
Yeah, a lot of them were shot there. Like, it's one of them was including a in the there's a very famous building that people can live in, and it's called the Plaza. I don't know if you've ever heard of the Plaza,
I
but it's
have.
and although he wasn't president at the time, there was a small appearance of Donald Trump in one of the movies, if I
I've seen
recall
him. I've
correctly.
seen him. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so the Trump, the Plaza is a very famous building and hotel. People do live there, so it does have residents. It's very interesting. It's very beautiful. I sometimes go there to eat.
Is it on
Their
Fifth Avenue?
restaurants,
Fifth Avenue?
yes.
Okay.
It's right there at the very corner. It's right there at the very corner. Yeah,
This one?
that would be it. Yes. But it
Ah,
looks like
yes.
it's
You see,
being
it says
fixed.
the Plaza, New York.
The Plaza, yes.
Ah, do you think this is where like Home Alone, I forgot his name was Kevin, I think, ran to?
That is the Plaza, yeah.
Oh, that's so
But
nice.
now, the street that you're on is called Central Park South,
Hmm.
and that is Central Park on the left, and the building's on the right. So,
Wow,
yeah,
this is amazing.
I've
David,
been to that
actually,
area many times.
uh, amazing. Actually, we forgot about the main, basically, icon or the main, I don't know how to put this, like the main thing of the, or symbol, right? Symbol of New York. That's the
The Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty. Where is it? I lost it.
Well, I
Ah, it's
see it
right
in the back.
here.
I
It's
saw
right
it in the
here.
background. So
Sorry. So where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's right here.
there it is.
It's too far. Let me go a little bit closer. So it's on a small island. So when I was in New York,
That's better.
20 years ago, many years ago, I came to that area where there were ferries going to this island, and there was a huge crowd. I think the line was like about, I don't know, maybe more than 300 or 200 people or something. So I said like, no, 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 it's gonna take the whole day, and I won't go there. But
It
nowadays,
does.
yeah,
I think you made a right choice because you really have to be committed to going to it. It can take hours because you wait to go across the water, and then when you get there, there's lines everywhere. If you want to go up inside it, there are stairs that you can take all the way up. It's a spiral staircase inside that you can go and take up inside. There was a time where you could walk all the way up to the lantern. She's holding a lamp in her, but
Ah,
that you
yeah.
can't anymore. But you can
That's
go
the
around
thing. That's the thing called lantern, right?
exactly. And if you look at her head, you can see those little black areas around her head.
Mm-hmm.
Those are windows.
Yeah.
Those are windows that you can look out at. So that's as
What
far
is
as you
she
can go.
holding? What is she holding? The
That is a
Constitution?
book. It's the Constitution. It's a book that basically, yeah, it's I'm not sure if it's the Constitution, but it is an important book and it says something on it that, a student should know, but I can't recall at the moment.
Wow. But I think that it's even worth visiting, because the fact is that this statue is not really a symbol of New York, but I think the symbol of the whole country of the United States.
Well, interestingly enough, America is a country of immigrants. And most everybody here has a grandparent, great great grandparent, or somebody who got here from outside of the country. They're immigrants. So many of them who came in the late 1800s and early 1900s, this was what they saw when they were coming in through New York Harbor. They had to pass by the Statue of Liberty, welcoming them to freedom and a new country.
Hmm. That's absolutely right because I I I think I was looking at this picture and this is exactly what I saw. People were, arriving in big boats and this is the
Mhm.
first thing they saw, this Statue of
Yep.
Liberty.
And there's a poem, a famous poem that was written that said, that basically said, "We welcome everybody."
That's amazing. That's amazing. So,
So
yeah, I think this is an amazing tour of Manhattan. I think maybe next time we will talk about the bigger New York because
we can do that. New
amazing,
York is a
but
big
New York
state.
is bigger than just Manhattan.
New York City. Yes, it is. It is.
Okay,
So,
Dave, thank you so much, and I really appreciate it.
of course, Nikolai, glad I could give you a tour of New York City.